Okay, we might be a small town, but the community thinks big when it comes to events. This is actually one of my favorite things about living here. Whether it's a horse show, a music festival, a family-friendly event, or even a charity fundraiser, there's always something going on in Aiken. Now add the fall season and beautiful weather in the mix. What more could you ask for? Hey there, I'm Lindsey Vance, Realtor with the Living in SC team at Real Broker. Come with me and let's check out some of the popular fall events happening in Aiken. While these events are specifically in Aiken, there are a ton of other things happening in the surrounding areas, like the Harvest Festival in Ridge Spring, and even Arts in the Heart of Augusta Festival. But there are too many to mention, so I'm gonna stick with Aiken for this episode. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna go in the order of when these events are typically hosted throughout the fall season. First up is Aiken's Makin. The Aiken Chamber of Commerce hosts this annual arts and crafts show in downtown. This year will be the 46th year. How awesome is that? The sight of colorful paintings and creative crafts, the smell of funnel cakes and kettle corn, and the joy of finding the perfect gift for someone special, whether it be a jewelry or handmade custom piece, this show is a local favorite for sure. This event is typically held in the first week of September. This year, it's on September 8th and 9th, which is a Friday and Saturday. It's located right downtown on Park Avenue, and the event is free. Next up, we have Polo. This isn't just one event, it's part of the entire fall season, and it's one of the most popular social events in town. Polo is a traditional field sport played on horseback with a ball and mallet, and one of the world's oldest known team sports. Actually, it first arrived in Aiken as early as 1882. Practice for polo begins in early September, and the games and tournaments run from there through November. We also have a spring polo season, but right now we're talking about fall. While Aiken County has more than 40 polo fields, there are usually two main locations where people enjoy watching the game. You have right downtown on Whitney Field. This is one of the oldest continuously used polo fields in the US. There's polo there every Sunday afternoon in season. The other location is at Newbridge Polo and Country Club. There are games throughout the entire week happening here. The cost for this event depends on where you're watching it and what kind of attendance you have. So, for example, general admission, tailgate parking, reserved fieldside parking, or even all-inclusive. This next event is super fun, the Seed STEM Festival. This year marks the 38th annual festival presented by the Ruth Patrick Science Education Center. They work closely with the Aiken County Public School District to host this popular event. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics. This event provides hands-on, engaging activities for guests of all ages. Imagine getting up close with honeybees, petting an alligator, learning how to make a rain garden, investigating a carnivorous plant, driving a championship robot, or virtually traveling through outer space. How cool is that? This event is usually held in September, and this year it's on September 23rd. It's held at the Ruth Patrick Science Education Center at the University of South Carolina Aiken campus. And even better, the event is free. Next up is one of my favorites because it's not just one event, the Aiken Music Festival. This is a 6-event live music series that runs from summer through fall. You'll get 4 hours of awesome live music, local food trucks, and small business vendors. So bring a chair, cooler, the family, and even the dog. This event is held on Saturday nights from 6 to 10, once a month, summer through fall. It's at the Highfields Event Center just east of downtown. Currently, the cost is $15 per person. It is such a great event. While we're on the topic of live music, next is Amp the Alley. I definitely want to mention this weekly event that runs from spring through fall because it's a favorite for many locals and visitors. You can hang out in the alley with your beverage of choice, listen to live music, and gather with friends. Feel free to get here early so you can grab a chair or even bring your own. Don't forget the family and the dog too. This event is every Thursday night beginning at 6:30. It's in the alley right in downtown, and the event is free. It's time to get a little more festive with this event, Oktoberfest. Of course, celebrating German culture with authentic beer, food, and an amazing band. You're encouraged to wear your most festive German attire, bring your pets, your family, and your appetite for this fun fall festival. Oktoberfest is held on October 7th this year, which is a Saturday. So for those of you who watch college football, not to worry. They're gonna have it on the big screen for everyone to view. It's usually held on Newberry Street in downtown, which is where I am right now. And while the event is free, you do wanna bring money for food and drinks. Moving on, we have the Western Carolina State Fair. This event is everything you can imagine for a state fair. Rides, games, food, exhibits, livestock, and so much more. I would say the food is my favorite thing about the fair. Fried Oreos, yum. The Western Carolina State Fair is held in October every year. This year, it's on the 13th through the 22nd at the Aiken Fairgrounds. This is an event where you'll need to bring money for entry, food, games, and tickets for rides. This next event is super popular, Fall Steeplechase. The Aiken Steeplechase Association is a nonprofit organization that hosts 2 steeplechase racing events each year. They're sanctioned by the National Steeplechase Association, the Imperial Cup in spring, and the Holiday Cup in the fall. The mission of the organization is to carry on the tradition of steeplechasing in Aiken and give back to the community through donations given to local charities. This year, Fall Steeplechase is being held on November 18th. It's at the new Steeplechase track just east of downtown. There will be cost for tickets and parking for this event. These last 2 events happen on Thanksgiving morning. Bloodies and Bagels is an event to raise funds for Mental Health America of Aiken County. Each year, they have a local charity that they support. You can enjoy a fresh bagel, Bloody Marys, coffee, or cider with friends and family while listening to live music. This is a beautiful way to start your holiday. As I mentioned earlier, this event is held on Thanksgiving morning, and it's hosted at the Aiken County Historical Museum. While the event is free, you are required to have a ticket to attend. Now keep in mind, this is for charity, so donations are much appreciated. Now, for the last of our fall events, but certainly not least, is the Blessing of the Hounds. This is a long-standing tradition held annually with a ceremony that pays tribute to the various traditions of fox hunting, to the heritage of Aiken's historic hunt culture, and the brilliant hounds that make this sport so engaging. It's actually part of Aiken Hounds opening meet, which kicks off Aiken's busy fox hunting season. This is the other event I mentioned happening on Thanksgiving morning. It lasts about 30 minutes, but you do want to get there early so you can find a good viewing spot. This is located at Memorial Gate inside of Hitchcock Woods. Now keep in mind, there are no bicycles and no motor vehicles allowed in the woods, so you must park downtown and walk to Memorial Gate. This event is free and really fun to attend. Now hang on, this is not all that's happening during the fall in Aiken. These are just some of the popular events. There's just too many to mention. So the best way to find out what's going on is to visit the Aiken Chamber of Commerce website and click on Community Calendars. So tell me, which one of these events have you been to? And which one do you look forward to each year? I think it's hard to pick a favorite because there are so many to choose from. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're planning a visit, maybe this gives you something fun to add to your schedule. And even better, if you are planning a trip, make sure you check out my Aiken local guide in the description. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Lindsey Vance and look forward to seeing you next time on Living in South Carolina.